Not knowing where you fit into in life can be very worrisome. But when you know who you truly are, you instantly know what to do in situations. But the big question here today is, how do you discover yourself? I am Nonso and I welcome you to another exciting episode on Catholic Faith Forum. Today we shall be discussing, how do I discover myself? The journey to self-discovery. I'm not doing the talking alone because I have two awesome guests with me today on the show. But don't go anywhere. When we come back, I'll be revealing the guests and we'll get right into discussion. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is Catholic Faith Forum and I'm Nonso. And I mentioned earlier we're going to be discussing how do you discover yourself, the journey to self-discovery. I have two guests with me today on the show. I have awesome spoken word artist and rapper, Moses Audu, and music entrepreneur, Kelar Thrillz. Hi guys.
Hello. Good to see you, sir.
Oh, that's so nice.
Finally.
Okay, so since you're a spoken word artist, I just like you to wash the show with something for us.
To feed the heart, one must come from the stomach. What truly gratifies the spirit can only come from the divine. The birth of a poet, the death of ignorance. Unchecked, I was christened. Grow old, become wiser. Share the wealth in your spirit. Feel the malady of the miser. Speak words to liberate. Set minds out of Egypt. Safe at the port of reason. Now let faith take flight. The sound of a poet, the revelation of beauty, perceived by the senses, soothing to the soul. The work of a poet, inspiration for the idol. The strength of this poet is the grace of the Creator.
Wow! Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome?
Amazing,
so nice.
Too much.
Okay, so into the topic of today, how do I discover myself? But before we get to that, I would like to know what self-discovery means to you guys. Kelar.
So self-discovery to me is the points where you really get to find out who you are and what purpose you fit in this world.
Okay.
Understand? Because there's this popular saying which is actually true. No man was born without purpose.
Yeah, true.
Everyone has a role to play in life divinely. You understand? So there's such thing as before we were born, we were already predestined to be this and that and that.
Yeah.
So all we need to do is find those places, find those spots, find yourself.
Okay.
And achieve.
Moses.
Yeah, okay, self-discovery. It's a process for me, as,
okay.
Someone once said to me, we're human beings and a being, we're journeying into God.
Okay.
So that self-discovery is the purpose of knowing who you are under God's light.
Okay, so do you think that people should discover themselves at a certain age or any time they want and feel like?
Like I said, it's a process. It's an ongoing process.
Okay.
It has to do with a lot of reflection because not too many people sit down to think about who they are, what they like, what they don't like, what their inclinations are. There aren't too many people who do that. So it's okay for a child, for instance. Your child can't think a whole lot by themselves. Children can't do that by themselves a whole lot. So their parents, who are their guide, whatever, the people who are supposed to guide them through life, they are the ones who would study those children at an early age. And then as they grow to become adults, they begin to reflect and then know themselves for themselves, by themselves.
Okay, Kelar, is that true?
I mean, very much agree with him. Okay, so it's a process in the end. It's not like at a particular age, this is when, you know, just like some questions they say, oh, at what age do we start teaching about this, or at what age,
okay.
It's, I mean, anytime you wake up, now morning for you. You understand? So,
Yeah.
Street to see. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get.
So if you're lucky to, have people discover you early in life, or you discover yourself early in life, good. But then
You mentioned people discover you. Does that mean that people can help you with your self-discovery?
Well, yes, just, he cited an instance.
Yes.
If, let's say a child now.
Your parents.
And then your parents, see you're very good at doing this, and then they capitalize on that. That could be a nudge. That could be something you can ride on.
Okay.
For some people, it's not like that. So you have to discover yourself. And there's also something I'm going to add, which is you don't find something if you don't look for it. Do you understand? If
Yes.
you're not consciously looking for something,
Okay.
then you won't, so that's where the process comes in. And it's not something that happens in one day. It's not like one day you just wake up and you're like, I need to discover myself today.
But you should start from one day, right?
Yeah, but see, so I'll put it this way. It's in different areas.
Okay.
So it's not like if you discover yourself in this area, it applies for every other thing.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is self-discovery does not apply to just some parts, because most people just tend to narrow it down to career path or relationships. So you feel that it's broader than that.
Yeah, I feel it is.
So what are these aspects of life where self-discovery is very important?
Okay, well, there are a few of them. Career is one of them.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, spirituality.
Thank you.
One of them. Relationships as well. So self-discovery is broad. It has to do with exploration. You explore things, of course, in the proper perspective. You don't just go out there and live recklessly. True.
Okay.
But you explore with the help of God. I'll always say that.
Okay. So do you think a person can fully discover themselves?
You want to go?
It's a process.
Wait, like what I'm saying, like you mentioned that they have different aspects. Do you think that a person can discover themselves in these aspects, like all of them?
For sure, I would say yes, a person can discover themselves in this aspect, but like 100, I don't know about that. I will live to find out if it's possible. You get, but I just know every day we wake up, we're constantly discovering ourselves, and life will put you in situations where you get to discover more of yourself. So it's not like one-off thing, I've locked this down, so on to the next, I've locked this down. I don't know if that's how it works, but I'll live to find out. So
okay, thank you. So I want to get personal right now. You said you didn't say I said, actually. You're a spoken word artist and a rapper, and you are a music entrepreneur. So when did you discover you could actually do those things?
Me, right?
Yes, with you.
When did I discover? I discovered when I was already an adult.
Okay.
I think the desire started sometime when I was 16, because I had friends around me who could rap. Particular one called AWAX, God rest his soul.
Amen.
He used to write rhymes a lot, and then he'd come and he'd say, listen to this, check this out. And then he would always talk about one of his friends. In fact, there's a song I just put out recently that chronicles the story, Retrospect.
Okay.
With a friend of mine. So it tells the story of how I got into rap and all. So that was when the desire began to awaken me.
Wow.
Like, oh, I can do this. And then at the time, I was just listening to people on radio who I thought I could do better than. I tried this, I could. So I started writing little by little. And then the first time I worked on a song was in 2004. I wrote something. So as I kept doing it, I used to be a very shy person, but I started performing in church, in school.
Okay.
And it began to grow.
Wow.
More and more. I said, I can really do this. And then affirmation from
People, yeah.
You're really good at this. You sound nice. So that's how I discovered, yes, this is, and I really like this. I can't do a whole lot of things, but this one,
100.
Kelar, you are a lot of things. So explain to me how you actually got to this point.
Okay, so I always start this with my whole life started, or the whole journey for me started at the point of confusion.
Okay.
You understand? Pretty much everything I am right now that you see started from that point of confusion. Do you understand? At that point where I wasn't so sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't so sure, which of these holes I fit in.
Okay.
Right? So I see people around me doing a whole lot of things and I'm like, oh boy, we my own do now.
I see.
Now let me not get talent for this world. You get, stuff like that. Growing up, Dad would say, oh, you sing well. Mom would be like, oh, you dance amazing, stuff like that. But somewhere along the line, I just, it was beyond that. I needed to find out who I was really. Why am I here?
Okay.
You understand? Do I have a purpose? Is there something attached to my life that I need to find out somewhere in between? So it was really like a very dark dark phase for me. But then with the help of the Holy Spirit, when, like I said, if you don't ask, if you don't look for something, you don't find it.
Okay.
So first when I gave my life to Christ and all of that, and then that was like another starting point. The second phase, first was I was confused, and then I asked questions, I followed people through, and then one way or the other, someone led me to Christ.
That's nice.
And then that was where the journey picked up. And then it wasn't now me asking people; it was now me asking the Holy Spirit.
Okay. Perfect.
What am I here for, really? I know this person can do this, that person could do that. Where is my space?
Okay.
Yeah. And at that point, I had to look inside, because that was, what kept coming to mind. Look inside. What do you have? What can you do? Because you can't. The Holy Spirit will not use, or God will not use something you can't do. He will not send you an assignment without giving you a tool to achieve that.
Yes.
All right. So for me, I looked inward and I saw a whole lot of things I could do, and I discovered I was just holding back a whole lot, because I felt like,
should I go? Should I not
millions
go?
of people doing this already. Would anybody even know me? You understand? I'm like, maybe I should just go do something else. I ran away from this couple of times. You understand? But in the end, I got the confidence, the boldness to face this squarely, and I've been doing it since then. And I not only explored that area.
Okay.
You understand? I explored everything that has to do with creativity. I mean, I literally spent time just, when I pick on this, I would go over it for as long as I can.
Okay.
If I get bored or get tired or something,
you pause it.
Put it outside first, like
okay.
Move to the next, like that. But inside all of these things, I picked the things that were my strength. You understand? It doesn't have to be, maybe if I picked up a camera, the aim is not to become the next Clarence Peters. There might be something about framing I need to learn.
Yeah.
To help me in another field.
Yes.
Do you understand? So these things are not like straightforward stuff.
Okay, so how has this journey been for you? You said you've discovered yourself. Yeah. How has this journey been like? Do you discover each new parts of yourself every time, or has the journey ended for you, Moses?
Like I said, that's to go back to human being.
Okay.
And to leave Earth, it's a process. You keep learning. You keep meeting new people. You keep learning new things about yourself. Things areas you need to develop. As a performer, you need to know how to engage the audience more.
Yeah.
What you need to work on. How you carry them along. I mean, your spiritual life needs to build. You keep growing. How to accommodate people even more. For me, I use the motto: glorify, entertain, and edify.
Wow.
So that's knowing that, having that in mind. It always guides me. This is my purpose: to glorify God, to entertain the people, and to edify them as well. So, in those areas,
what about you, Kelar? How has the journey been for you?
It's been adventurous.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's been glamorous. Totally. There's some ups and downs. Some days you're not sure this is it.
Okay.
That's the truth. Some days you're like, maybe I picked the wrong card. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But, but in all, it's just amazing to see how everything fits together at some point or the other.
Okay.
It might not make sense today. You're doing this today. It doesn't make sense to you why you're doing this.
Yeah.
You're stuck. You're frustrated and all of that. But you don't see where on the long run that leads. And that's why I agree with him to say the journey doesn't end till you leave Earth. You understand? It's a continuous process. We keep growing.
So how can you advise the viewer to discover themselves? What's your advice to them?
Well, for an adult, reflect. That's the starting point.
Wow.
You need to make out time to just sit down and think. Who am I?
Okay.
What do I like? What don't I like? What can I do? Those questions you need to ask yourself. And for children, in the process of self-discovery, their parents need to help.
True.
Their guardians need to help. Yeah. That's just, that would be my advice to anyone who's on that phase or process where they want to discover themselves.
Kelar. Why are you shy? Why are you shy?
Talk every.
Oh my God.
Okay. Everything we talk, ma talk about PG.
Yes.
Understand? Okay. So first thing, man guys discover himself. And before you go discover, you go ask yourself, because you get some people will say as they dey okay. They know all this one they talk no concern them. Sure, you understand. Now when person find something, I they ask question and eventually you go see what you find. So last thing, guys wake up. You ask yourself question. You go sit yourself down like this. You go ask yourself, say waiting be my own purpose for this life. Waiting be my own wing where they play for this match. She understand which wing she had the striker. You guys, because all man guys find where your own purpose they. She understand. So people did then they sing, some did then they dance, some did then they na comedy. You understand? That one. You guys find yourself. Then secondly, age no be barrier.
Yeah.
Age no mean say maybe because you don't clock 20 or 30, no mean say you know if you discover yourself also. Like I said, sorry, the thing I've been talking about.
You couldn't even keep your pigeon.
No.
You couldn't even keep your pigeon up.
I'm channeling my pigeon chi right now.
Okay.
Right, so I've been talk something when I start. I say now when man wake up 9 in morning, you understand? No be the time, be the cocoa. Sure you get. So anytime when you wake up, when you find yourself, say people don't move, leave me. You guys at that point, as they pain you, as they hurt, begin to find yourself. And don't forget, say now only God. Now if He show you your true path, because based on saying I create you, I put you here. So now only I'm going to channel you to where you're supposed to go. So you get now the major thing what you just told me that.
Okay, so Kelar, you're not free because we already allowed Moses to save us. So you have to save us too before we leave.
Don't win, sir. Don't believe in me.
No. We want your own. Give us. Right. So do something.
Okay, so where do I start?
I don't know.
Okay. So when I bomb strong head, Manishima Orohama. Say I no go last time and I were made in China.
Hey.
Young radical believers and Yasagunaya na Madana no Nime Miru Foncha Banunyanya. I am so radical, safe but serious. Love is all I preach. I recommend it for your area. Or do I want any get enough for get corner series? Some will go the extra miles to prove to you you've lost your mind. Well, see, who needs a mind when the mind of Christ is at work in me? Every TikTok and I react like Jabba work in me. Then who needs a mind when the mind of Christ is at work in me? I'm fully loaded with the benefits. I will never fit. The answers compared to what I got coming. This is a rehearsal. This is 10% flow. Tight it to yourself.
I didn't want you to stop. Now, why did you do this? Why are you like this? You just give us half.
Like I said, it's 10%. So.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really enjoyed it. Like, I'm just surrounded by awesomeness. Like, really. I'm not seriously. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. I enjoyed myself.
Mr. Mo.
No, nobody's even shaking me. Like, it's not fair.
We'll go shake you.
Thank you. Like, it's not fair.
You've been amazing yourself.
Thank you. So, guys, you've heard. If you have that trouble trying to discover yourself, first of all, you need to think, pray, and ask questions, and then you might find yourself, or you definitely would find yourself. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. We are not going anywhere until we meet Judith and Collins on Know Your Faith.
Hey guys, welcome to Know Your Faith series. I am Judith.
And I am Colin.
Today we want to talk about the significance of the sign of peace at Mass.
Now, typically before the reception of the Holy Eucharist at Mass, the priest celebrating says, "Let us now offer each other the sign of peace."
And then we go about doing this,
Judith, that's not what we do.
This is a sign of peace now.
We shake each other like you shake, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the sign of peace. So today we're going to be discussing the significance of this sign.
It is interesting to know that this liturgical sign has ancient roots and has been part of the Mass since the very beginning.
Now, this spiritual symbolism of this sign can be found in the Gospel, according to Matthew, where Jesus says that if you want to offer gifts on the altar of God and you remember that you've wronged your brother, you have to go back and reconcile and then come offer your gifts.
The gesture is found throughout the liturgical history of the Church, and from the time of St. Gregory the Great was seen as a prerequisite to receiving the Holy Eucharist.
The sign of peace, formerly the kiss of peace, is typically given to those around you at Mass, and it signifies the love between the Christian community.
Are there times we shouldn't share the sign of peace?
Yes, actually, because there are certain situations where you probably are not well enough, or say a health situation. You're sick, you have the flu.
Okay, like the time of Ebola.
Exactly. All right, so that was a typical case, and the whole point of the whole sign of peace is for you to be able to show that reconciliation and forgiveness, basically.
Therefore, when we share the sign of peace, we wish those around us a heartfelt peace be with you. Peace in our world starts from peace within.
Now, it is most likely that the person sitting next to you has not offended you in any way, yes, but still present them the sign of peace, because a peace to them means a peace to the world.
Yes, because our world is in such desperate need of peace. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. If there are things we left out, feel free to let us know in the comment section.
Till next time,
be bold
and
be Catholic.
Thank you so much, guys, for sticking with us till the end. I hope you learned a lot, because I definitely did. To watch this episode and other episodes, you can visit our YouTube channel at Dominican Media Presents, and also send your comments and suggestions across our social media platforms at CFF on TV. And guys, please join me in saying, keep being saints in jeans and shirts. Thank you.
It's supposed to be jeans and shirts.
Bye.